This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now to that stunning headline about another Hollywood legend. Debbie Reynolds has died at the age of 84. This comes just a day after her daughter, Carrie Fisher, passed away. Here's ABC's Danya Backus with a look back at her life and career.
The stars,
Debbie Reynolds could sing.
Oh, how bright they'll shine.
She could dance. And she could act.
Friday we decided to have a big wedding, and in 2 days my best friend Alice hates me.
From early on, movie studios recognized her appeal. Audiences were impressed by the cute, perky entertainer who held her own with the biggest of stars.
Good morning, it's great to stay up late.
And recorded a number of hit records. This one from Tammy and the Bachelor went gold.
Wish I knew if he knew what I'm dreaming of.
Reynolds powered on, working into her golden years on TV.
Look, no panty line because no panties.
And in the movies.
You know I don't like to look back. Your father always said, never look back, they might be gaining on you.
Reynolds' personal life was not so successful.
Don't you think marriage is just the most important thing in the world?
There were 3 failed marriages, including one to co-star Eddie Fisher,
Would it interest you to know I'm not the mother?
who walked out on her for Elizabeth Taylor. Reynolds tragically outlived her famous daughter, Carrie Fisher. Fisher suffered a cardiac arrest on an airplane last week, then died Tuesday morning. Reynolds stayed by her daughter's side until the end. Then she had to be rushed to the hospital the next day. She was 84. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And Reynolds is survived by her son, Todd. She did eventually get an Oscar, the Academy awarding her the 2015 Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award, citing her work to increase awareness about mental health. She will be missed. Police in Arkansas are hoping data in an Amazon Echo speaker and microphone will help solve a recent murder case. The Amazon Echo was one of the most popular gifts for Christmas. It delivers music, weather, and more. And when owners talk to the Echo, or Alexa as it's known, it records the conversation. Police wonder if it was recording the night Victor Collins was found dead in James Bates's hot tub. Bates has pleaded not guilty. This is a case happening in Arkansas. Amazon has given police Bates's account information, but says it will not release electronic data without a legal demand.
It's not really about privacy. It is about law enforcement using the constitutionally authorized means to search a computer, in this case, in a murder case. So this is not an example of police officers barging into people's homes and obtaining information unlawfully.
This case brings new legal questions about high-tech devices that are always on. The prosecutor in this case says he's not sure if his office will take Amazon to court over this warrant. And back here on the Suncoast, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office has arrested 2 men for attempting to sell drugs in Bradenton. The Sheriff's Office says a detective with the Special Investigations Division arranged a buy-bust deal in the 6000 block of 14th Street West in Bradenton. Willie Brown and Timothy Steele arrived at the location this afternoon, and Brown sold the detective $80 worth of heroin. He was arrested without incident, and detectives also found marijuana on him. Steele was also arrested for possession of marijuana. So what are your traffic pet peeves? Aggressive drivers, oblivious bicyclists, or just presumptuous pedestrians? Well, the city of Sarasota has a new grant to crack down. And ABC7's Ray Collins joins us with the details. Ray.
Haley, we all have certain traffic pet peeves, and for the next few months, Sarasota police plan to address some of these issues.
I think it's extremely dangerous crossing any street.
Dan Norman says he gets frustrated when he tries to cross at a crosswalk and sometimes cars don't stop. He admits he and his wife have very different reactions.
My wife likes to be safe and polite and let everyone go, and I like to gesticulate appropriately and say a few choice words.
But Lori Cortinelli says sometimes it's the pedestrians who assume everybody should stop for them.
I feel that pedestrians walk in the roads. They don't pay attention to the traffic.
And Ron Hawk of Lakewood Ranch says he has his own pet peeve.
Drivers in this area tend not to use their turn signals.
Sarasota police plan to crack down on all these infractions with the help of a new $25,000 grant from the state and the USF Center for Urban Transportation Research.
It's basically just a big effort to reduce the number of traffic incidents in the city.
Sergeant Bruce King says it'll focus on these areas that traditionally have the most accidents in Sarasota. They'll focus on some pedestrian, bike, and vehicle basics.
We would like to encourage people that just because you have the right-of-way doesn't mean you need to take it. It's much better to give up the right-of-way and not be in the hospital because you were hit by a car.
That's something that nurse Lisa Whitehead says she sees way too often.
I work at Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and I see vehicular accidents and pedestrian accidents almost daily. So I think law enforcement stepping up patrol is a great idea.
And Dan Norman agrees.
I would be in favor of the police stepping up emphasis of enforcement of existing pedestrian safety laws.
So this crackdown runs from January 1st to mid-May in the city of Sarasota. You know, it seems we used to wait to cross, Haley, until there were no cars coming. And now the pendulum has swung, and you drive until someone wants to cross. Any pet peeves of your own?
Well, that would definitely be one. I can say I've lived in a lot of places. I've never seen anything like I have here as far as pedestrians just going out in the middle of the street, not in a crosswalk, during a green light. And it's really dangerous when you're driving because you have to swerve and slam on your brakes not to hit someone who is illegally crossing.
Yeah, they don't check at all anymore, do they?
They do not.
I don't like the no signaling, which is big around here, and also driving slowly in the left lane, which is big everywhere, unfortunately.
That's true. All right. Thank you, Ray. And now let's head over to John and get a check on our forecast.
Another warm day today. Haley, we were looking at daytime highs that again topped out well above average, 83. The high today with the normal coming in at 71. So clearly in both the high and the low temperatures, we were about 10 degrees, a little more than 10 degrees above the average. We opened up the morning with 64-degree air temperature, and the average would have been 52. We'll get closer to that 52 as we head into Friday. We have a cold blast of air coming our way. A couple of showers still in progress in Wauchula, but they're in the dissipating stage. And I think as we head into the evening, west winds will push all of that stuff in inland areas. Temperatures generally in the 60s most everywhere. Across our region, mid-60s will do it. When those temperatures drop a few more degrees, I think we'll see some fog form that'll occur toward dawn. Overnight lows coming in about 65 with fog in the morning, then changes. We'll talk about that in a second.
Thank you, John. The Manatee High School Marching Band is heading to Rome to perform in the city's New Year's Day parade. But they're having some trouble getting there. Half of the band is already in Italy, but the other half is stuck at the Philadelphia airport after their flight was canceled. The band was scheduled to take off on an American Airlines flight at 6:40 last night, and the departure time just kept getting pushed back. The band was finally told the flight was canceled around 2 o'clock this morning.
And I have been in contact with her. It's been really frustrating for the kids. They were invited to play in the New Year's Day parade with another band, and it was a really big deal and an honor for them to be doing this.
Good news is the band that they have gotten their luggage back. We just heard that. And just a few hours ago, they were informed that American Airlines is working on getting them a shuttle to JFK Airport, and then they are scheduled to fly directly to Rome from New York in the morning. Best of luck to them. A controversial bonus program for teachers could face some changes in the upcoming legislative session. Governor Rick Scott has hinted that he will propose a different way to keep high-quality teachers in the state's public schools. Many complain that the Best and Brightest program is reliant on teachers' scores on their students' college admission tests. House leaders are currently the program's strongest backers, and they have indicated they're open to some changes. Some members of the Senate appear to be interested in taking another run at revising the program. And straight ahead, meteorologist John Scalzi will be in for Bob with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, as we continue to look back on 2016, a year in review of the very big international headlines over the past year. Plus, later in sports, more on a Bucks player's suspension and why he's choosing not to appeal.
ABC7 News at 7 weeknights. ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the iAssociates, providing sight for life.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Sarasota Institute of Lifetime Learning begins its 46th season on Monday, January 9th in Sarasota, Venice, and Lakewood Ranch. Meet Blair Tyndall, author of Mozart in the Jungle, on Monday, January 9th, and information and intelligence expert Terry Roberts on Tuesday, January 10th. 72 global issues lectures by renowned experts. 24 musical conversations with great performers. Tickets are on sale now. For more information and to purchase season tickets, visit SILLSarasota.org.
So I think the important number here is not necessarily the temperature, which is at 66, but the dew point, which is at 63. 3-degree spread between temperature and dew point. And as we head through the evening and we cool off further, I think we'll see a little bit of fog forming once the temperature and dew point match. Fog is a pretty darn good bet. Even within 3 degrees, you're going to get fog building in some locations. Calm winds, currently fairly clear skies, all of that spelling the ingredients necessary to produce that patchy fog across the region, maybe even some of it fairly dense. We look for 70 degrees in Wauchula, 72 in Arcadia, 70 in Mayaca, 66 Sarasota, 68 Bradenton. Longboat Key, you've got 69 degrees. Venice a little warmer at 70, and Inglewood comes in at 71 degrees. So we had one lone shower through the evening hours, kind of not moving too terribly much, but dissipating in place over the last hour. If you're under that particular storm, you're getting a little bit of rainfall, maybe a 1/10 of an inch or so. As we back the radar out and show you a national view, you can see a storm system wrapping up in the Ohio Valley right now, producing some snow showers in and around the Cleveland area, and then rain showers stretching back down toward the Gulf Coast. That is part of the larger scale low pressure area and cold front combining to produce all of those rain showers, snow showers, gusty winds, and some snowfall accumulations under lake effect snow conditions in upstate New York and in Maine of perhaps as much as 18 inches before it's all said and done. Plus some very gusty winds, 30, 40 mile an hour winds, gusts up to 50 in some cases. That cold air draining out of Canada, fueling that storm, is producing the cold front, which is moving through our area overnight tomorrow. It may produce a scattered shower or two, But the moisture across our region is in a very thin layer, so I doubt we get too much in the way of rainfall. I'll put the rain chance at about 20%. Patchy fog tonight. We'll be warm again tomorrow, still above average in our daytime high temperatures, but that will end starting tomorrow night as we begin to cool down, get closer to the average for this time of year, which would be 52. And then on Friday, it'll be a chilly day with temperatures running below average by probably as much as 10 degrees, as we were 10, 15 degrees above average early in the week. We'll be 10 degrees below average on Friday. A lot of rain showers to the north of us. Watch the RPM computer model forecast, put it into motion. You'll see that line of showers approaching us and then just kind of fall apart as it gets a little bit closer. All the energy from this storm and this front located well to the north. It passes by pretty quickly, and by Friday day, lots of sunshine, but cold temperatures and breezy winds around here. 20-mile-an-hour winds certainly not out of the question. So boaters, remember, check your forecasts before you leave port on Friday, because it could be kind of breezy. Saturday too, perhaps. Snowfall accumulations impressive up around the Great Lakes over the next 36 hours or so. We'll probably pick up, as I mentioned, almost 2 feet of snow. Temperatures falling pretty quickly, take us into the 60s on Friday. Watch for boating conditions decreasing on Friday. Tomorrow, not so bad, though. West wind at about 10. And then the 7-day forecast shows a rapid return to above average temperatures by Sunday. Back to you.
Thank you, John. From bomb blast to Brexit, international stories from 2016 dominated headlines in the U.S. Scott McLean has this look back.
2016 started with the end of life on the run for notorious Mexican drug boss Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. He was captured 6 months after escaping prison through an underground tunnel. In a stranger-than-fiction twist, investigators tracked him down after a meeting with a Mexican actress and American movie star Sean Penn. The battle to take back control of Iraq from ISIS raged on in 2016. Iraqi forces recaptured the city of Fallujah and battled for control of the last ISIS stronghold, Mosul. A CNN crew was trapped inside that fierce fighting for 28 hours. Elsewhere, ISIS continued to carry out stunning attacks, including 3 explosions in Belgium that killed 35 people in March. 2 suicide bombs ripped through the Brussels airport.
We saw doors flying, glass ceiling coming down.
While another bomb was detonated on a Brussels metro train. And terror struck the resort city of Nice in July when a man drove a 20-ton truck through crowds of people gathered to celebrate France's Bastille Day holiday. 86 people were killed.
The music was so loud that there was literally just screaming and running that we saw. So it was just mass confusion.
The attacker, who was killed at the scene, was said to have been radicalized by ISIS. This young boy covered in blood and dust is a heartbreaking image of the war in Syria that raged on in 2016. He was pulled from the rubble of his bombed-out home in Aleppo. Thousands of people have been killed in the northern Syrian city during years of civil war. Russia's role in the Syrian conflict further strained relations between the Kremlin and the White House. And the Obama administration blames Russia for hacking U.S. political groups. Now the world is eager to see if President-elect Donald Trump will try to mend ties with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Mother Teresa, who devoted her life to helping India's poor, was declared a saint in September by Pope Francis, as a huge crowd gathered in St. Peter's Square. Massive crowds descended on Rio de Janeiro in August for the Summer Olympics. Despite crime and health concerns, some athletes and tourists stayed home because of Zika, the mosquito-borne illness that causes birth defects and other neurological problems. But none of it overshadowed the games, as American swimmer Michael Phelps and Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt shattered more records, and Simone Biles and the final 5 American gymnasts became worldwide sensations. In a wave of nationalism, the UK voted in June to leave the European Union. The Brexit, as it's called, is expected to officially begin next year, amid economic concerns for Europe. Meanwhile, Britain's past and future were honored on the Queen's 90th birthday by a new line of stamps with a portrait of the country's longest ever reigning monarch, her son, grandson, and great-grandson. In Washington, I'm Scott McLean.
Lots that happened in just this 1 year. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's a free sample of our show tonight. I sent you an email saying, hey, I thought you were really great in the movie, and the movie is really great. And your response to me was what? What did you write back to me?
I wrote back, unsubscribe.
That's all. Unsubscribe.
Tomorrow on ABC7 News at 7.
Looking back on the year that was, from the turbulence of tornadoes to the heartfelt memorials in the wake of the worst mass shooting in U.S. history. We'll take you back through the stories that made headlines for better or worse here on the Suncoast. I'm Haley Wilgus. Join us as we count down our top 7 stories of 2016.
Tomorrow on ABC7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our determination, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Now, sports.
Tampa Bay Lightning back at home tonight after a brutal loss to the Washington Capitals on Friday. Tonight, the Lightning seeking a win against the Montreal Canadiens. The Canadiens took the lead in the first and held on to it through the second. At the start of the second period, the score was 3-1. Not looking so great for the Lightning, but never say never, because the Lightning come back with 2 goals and tie the game. Tampa Bay determined to get the win, get their 4th and final goal in OT. They take the win 4-3. Tonight in Orlando, the first college football team to compete in a bowl game this postseason. And tonight, the Miami Hurricanes prove that they don't just climb mountains, they conquer them. The Hurricanes taking on number 16 West Virginia, the Mountaineers. West Virginia takes the lead early in the first with a 6-yard touchdown. But Miami wouldn't let them hold on to that win. In the second, Brad Kaya passes to Malcolm Lewis for the 3-yard touchdown. Miami would come back, taking the lead 21-7 before halftime. The Hurricanes also had a strong third quarter with a touchdown in the third, but WVU answers right back as QB Skylar Howard rushes in for the 4-yard touchdown. That wouldn't be enough, though. Miami holds on to the win with a final score of 31-14. And 14, it's a big accomplishment for the Hurricanes. Miami has not won a bowl game since 2006. Our producer very happy about that outcome. My parents who went to WVU, not so much. Well, the University of Florida is preparing for the Outback Bowl in Tampa. The team practiced today at Jesuit High School. This will be the 5th Outback Bowl appearance for both the Gators and the Iowa Hawkeyes, and it's the 3rd time these teams have met in this game. This might be the lowest scoring bowl of the postseason because both teams have a very strong defense.
Personally, anytime you get the opportunity to go compete, I don't care what it's in. If you want to go and play some dominoes right now, you know, I'm going to try to beat you. That's what it's all about.
The game kicks off at 1 p.m. Monday right here on ABC7. It will be the first college football game of 2017. Tampa Bay Bucks running back Doug Martin won't play in the next 4 games. He has been suspended for violating the NFL's policy on steroids. Today he announced he is entering a treatment facility instead of appealing the ban. Martin will miss Sunday's regular season finale against Carolina. He also sat out last week's game against the New Orleans Saints. When he learned of the suspension, Martin said he spoke to those closest to him and decided to seek treatment. The founder of Orlando's Major League Soccer team is stepping back. Phil Rollins will no longer run the day-to-day operations of Orlando City. Team CEO Alex Leitao will take over many of his responsibilities. Rollins will be using a new title as Life President and will continue to serve on the board. He says he would like to take some time for himself after committing his life to the soccer club. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's lotto numbers straight ahead.
If you want 24/7 access to ABC7's breaking news stories, weather forecasts, traffic alerts, health reports, Suncoast View, and more ABC7 programming, now there's good news. Introducing the free ABC7 channel on Amazon Fire TV. Your 24/7 access to ABC7. Just search ABC7 on the streaming device and download the free ABC7 channel app. Or if you don't have an Amazon Fire TV, you can get one at Amazon.com.
It's been an emotional time politically and socially this year.
But during a season when hearts are a little more open to love, we want to talk about good things to believe in.
We believe in teamwork and building trust. We believe every cloud has a silver lining.
We believe in treating everyone with respect.
We believe in being kind, no matter how busy the day is.
We hope you believe too.
Happy holidays from ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Riding at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
A pizzeria in Manhattan has a unique way to honor the late Star Wars actress Carrie Fisher. Champion Pizza is offering free pizza slices to Star Wars fans as they mourn Fisher's death. The owner is a lifelong fan of Star Wars and will have his own staff dressed in costumes as well. They expect to give out more than 10,000 slices in the next 48 hours. That's a pretty nice way to honor fans. I just can't believe. I think we're all in shock that it's been just over 24 hours and now Debbie Reynolds is gone. It's hard to process.
Shocking, really shocking.
Hard for that family, but two legends will be remembered forever.
There'll be some fog forming over land as we progress through the night. Expect a morning low in the mid-60s and already fog on area waters.
All right, see you tomorrow.